Well, what happened yesterday is that it gave a humongous amount of breathing space to Greece and to the Greek people to be able to apply the very tough measures that we have to in a way now that is realistic and in the way that can provide a light at the end of the tunnel. Greece has made remarkable changes in the past year and a half. They have been scarcely reported because every day there was another article in some other newspaper predicting our imminent demise. Well, we're still around, we're still here, but the reason you had all this speculation about Greece's fate is because there was a sense that the loans were too high in interest, too short repayment periods, that other European countries were being attacked while Greece was putting its house in order, and therefore that Europe appeared not to have a common position. We changed all that yesterday. We've safeguarded Greece, we safeguarded other European countries, we safeguarded the euro and the eurozone, and we safeguarded Europe. And I think that this is a very, very strong message that we sent around the world.
But you and your Prime Minister have been giving the sense that this is the beginning of a fresh start for Greece. But actually it's not true. There's so much pain to go through before you can start your fresh start. And you haven't got the Greek people on side. You have seen lots of demonstrations. And I'm not sure you're absolutely convincing the Greek people that this is a fresh start. It's actually they've got to go through pain first.
A fresh start does not mean that there's no pain there. Greece has committed itself to make a tremendous amount of very difficult changes. It's already made a lot of them. It will continue to make the rest because we need to get into primary surpluses because we had a very large debt and deficit. Greece is, without a question, in the center of this storm, but it's not the cause of the problems. And I think that what the Greek people need and what they wanted, because of course when your salary gets cut and your pension gets cut, you're on the street celebrating and thanking anyone. It's very, very painful. What the Greek people want is for the rest of the world to know that these changes are being made, that they are painful, but now that the time has come for us to join hands in solidarity as opposed to point fingers. Scapegoating Greece has never been the solution to a much larger debt problem. We take our responsibility to change the country very seriously. It's painful, it will take years, but now we have to focus on the broader issue, how to safeguard each other, and this is what Europe is all about, and I'm very, very hopeful after yesterday's decision.
Has joining the euro been a disaster? I ask you this in the context of the French president's comments yesterday that actually it was a mistake to let Greece in. It's been a disaster for you and for them.
Well, I think what is interesting, what happened yesterday, because I spoke before about pointing fingers instead of joining hands. What's interesting is that we moved ahead to something in addition to everything else I just mentioned. We moved to a greater economic governance. We had a common currency that wasn't followed by a common fiscal policy or a common political policy for that matter. All this changed. Now this will allow for all these speculations on whose finances are what and whether or not they are accurately reported or not to fall in the past and be forgotten. Now we are together, we'll be working together, we'll be monitoring each other. This is something that a common currency needs. The euro didn't have it, it will have it from now on. And one can see, in fact, the euro, how strong it is. Everyone has been predicting, in addition to Greece's demise, I should say, or Europe's demise, the euro's demise for the past year and a half. And the euro lost, you know, some sense, then it regained them after that. It's still a tremendously strong currency. So I think we should not be playing that game of speculation. I think, you know, enough is enough with all this. We have to look forward to how we stabilize our economies and grow them. The growth potential in Greece and in Europe is huge. The potential for new jobs is huge. And I'd much rather focus on the positive rather than, you know, play the speculation game.
Just on the fact that the EU is going to be sending in a team to be based in Athens to oversee this programme, the Prime Minister painting this as a picture that it's great to have advice, but actually that's a bit of an insult, isn't it? They're tapping into your sovereignty.
Not at all. This is a technical team that will be following the progress of the implementation of the measures that we are taking very closely. Right now what you have is every 3 months the Troika comes in. There's all this drama happening around those visits. There's absolutely no reason for all this. These are changes we have to make. There's another team of experts that we have asked from around Europe to help Greece in issues such as tax evasion, such as organizing the medical services, things that we can use the expertise of our partners. And in fact, I hope, to be honest, that other European countries can use that experience. We're not all at the same level. Some of us have competitive advantages. Greece has its own. Spain or Denmark have their own. We are using the best that we can get from other European countries to change ours. And I hope that other European countries follow this example.